Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to Anime-chan. Today we're going to watch episode 10 of season 4 of My Hero Academia. I think it's episode 10. It's episode 73 in the series as a whole. And last week's episode, as you all know, was really great. So I'm feeling like it'll continue on that pace, or at least I hope so, of course. I'm not going to talk too much. I want to get right into watching the episode. I was actually going to do some editing and watch later this afternoon. Then I saw someone tweeting about it. Actually, it was either the My Hero Academia official Twitter or Crunchyroll or something. It was just like a picture of TOGA, and it said something like, "Guess who's back?" And I was like, oh no, I gotta watch this now. So I got up and I decided to start recording early for today, a little bit earlier. Sorry, I just want to sit comfortably. And then there was something else that I wanted to say. I don't remember. As you know, timer reaction, so you have to sync your episode with my episode. Check the link in the description or pinned comment that shows you how to do that. And then I will show you the first couple of seconds of the screen. So it starts on this here. And I hope that will help you to align. But I can only show it for like 4 seconds. Whew, I'm excited to see TOGA. Should have done my TOGA cosplay today for this video. But I will definitely do it again before the end of the season. Okay. So I'm going to count down from 3, and after I say 1, you will hear a click, and then when I click, you click, and that's how we watch the episode together, right? Okay, so press play in 3, 2, 1, click. Okay. Oh, that was so great. Oh, that face though. Sometimes I really, in scenes like that, I wish they made like an uncensored version, because they have to censor it. They can't make it look too bad, you know, because it gets aired on TV and stuff. So I'm sure they have their limitations. But I really wish they made like an uncensored version, and oh, that would have been great. But I'm going to read the manga eventually. I've read up to before the Bakugo and Deku fight. So one day I'll read it and I'll see the original art. Someone in the last video said when Red Riot was punching him, they wish just through the sound that they could have made each individual hit more. It could have given us a bigger impact if we heard each individual punch or something. But I haven't gone back to check because that didn't bother me in the moment. But I mean, there's always ways that a show can be better. Like 9 out of 10 shows can always be better, but I didn't miss anything. I didn't think it. Sorry, I don't want to talk too much because it's gonna start now, and I want to watch. Fanatics? Oh, I just got goosebumps all down my neck. When that boom in his eye, and I was just like, ugh. Oh, he's so battered up. No. The first rule of Fight Club is that we do not speak about Fight Club. With that man. Why can he be ignored? Just because he's alone? Or you underestimate him? This is kind of weird. So that's why he lost. Because he actually died. He died. Because he doesn't like getting dirty. I like him, he's cool, but his attitude is kind of, oh. Yeah, it's nice to see Deku in action. Good job, Deku. Uh-oh. 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 Who said Deku? Was it Eraser? Did he say Deku? Yay, TOGA! I know she's a villain, but I like her. I like her voice. Don't cheer for the bad guys. What? Ooh, ooh. But he did. I don't know if his. Rapano Aniki. But wait. Huh? Oh, thank you. I was so confused. Yeah, I was about to say, like... Oh, that's a surprise. I didn't think he saw them like that. Okay. I'm gonna listen to the ending song and watch the preview, and then I'll talk about my thoughts on some of this. Okay, let's see. Yay! Plus Ultra! Yay! An episode dedicated to Le Million. Le Million. Le Million. Le Million. Okay, so the preview once again was the most exciting part of the episode. But the rest of the episode was really good. The transitions threw me. I found the scenes where while we were in a scene, it was great, and it does a great job of keeping my attention it's very intense, and there's a lot of information being revealed throughout this episode about his plans and stuff, and the heroes need to learn that plan. Obviously, it's very important to know. You can't just stop the villain. You have to understand why they're doing what they're doing, and da 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 da. I guess knowing why they're doing what they're doing is also helpful to stopping them. But so whenever I was in a scene, it was great and it kept my attention, and there were specific scenes that I obviously found more interesting and better than others. But for some reason, and this is just a personal opinion, the transition from one scene to the next, especially when it went into flashbacks, were really, like, it didn't flow very well. It took me out of the story for a bit, and I was like, oh. But then once the scene starts and gets going, then I'm like, oh, and then it's good. But it's just, for some reason, I didn't, the transitions from one scene to the next, and especially during the flashbacks, I felt myself thinking, every time that it transitioned, I was like, I was just getting into that scene. Like, and then once the flashback gets going, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm actually glad they're showing this. This is really interesting. And then I'm into it, and it's good. Like, each individual scene was really great. It was just, for me, the transitions were disruptive. And I don't know. I'd have to watch it again to see how it's done. Let me just quickly show you. Let's look at it like this. Just mute that. Okay. I can't really show it bigger than that because, okay, intro. Very interesting, the two of them as a team. They make an interesting combination. This was all very good. Loved seeing these transitions. Actually, here's a good example of I liked this. This was a non-disruptive transition, going from this to this, and then back to where you see how this is such a, I don't know, this was a non-disruptive transition. I really liked this. He's an interesting guy. He has an interesting story, and like, I was thrown by him wanting to help Kirishima, but it makes sense for his character. And also I like that they showed these two working together, the barrier guy and this guy, Rappa. I like that they showed from the last episode that they don't really get along. They're kind of forced to be, he wants to fight alone, but they're forced to fight together. And it shows here in this episode again, when he's actually talking, because he's kind of being forced into this. He's only there to defeat Overhaul. So yeah, I really like how they set this guy's character up, and he's actually super interesting. And the fact that he revealed so much information, it's smart. It makes sense because he's kind of forced to be there. He doesn't have any loyalty to Overhaul. He just has respect for him and for actually respect for fighting. And to him, I was kind of like, when he said, like, okay, I'm gonna try and explain it. So he said, if no one dies, it's a draw. But then he said, Overhaul beat him, and that's why he stays here. And I was like, but you just said no one wins if it's a draw. So in my mind, like, he's alive. So then, and Overhaul's alive. So then that was a draw too. So how did he beat you? And then they showed that thing about his quirk killing him, literally, like, so he did die. So he was beaten, but he was brought back to life, like brought back together. Oh, creepy. So that to me was brilliant, very interesting, very well done. Just sorry to sound a little bit repetitive, but this guy's character, very interesting for such a super side character. Very interesting. Then this transition, still fine. I didn't have a problem with that. It felt smooth enough. It just went. This was quick. It was from here. Wait, no. From here smoothly. Okay, that's fine. And then this was super quick. And then we were back here. And I was like, okay, that was quick, but I felt like they didn't need to really show us this part, until they were finished with this. So I felt like it was too short. Like, they didn't have to go from there to there to there to there. They could have just finished this part and then gone on with them. And showed us this together with the next scene where they are. All of this was good, interesting. Once again, this guy's attitude, don't really like it. But someone in a previous video said that they translated it weirdly. Like, he didn't say what it said there. So it sounded in the translation more accusatory, like it sounded more like an accusation than it needed to be. Like, it wasn't really like that. But again, this is the third time now that I feel like he sounds so, like, he just has a bad attitude. But I like him. He's a cool hero. Okay. And then I like to see Deku in action, but it was very how do I put it? I liked seeing him in action. I liked seeing him get to show his stuff, but it was just literally move. Like, it was mostly just not even, So I'm looking forward to getting more from Deku and not just seeing him bust a move here and bust a move there. Yeah, I want to be more immersed into his perspective. Let's call it that. It was pretty awesome. And then another... Okay, flashback. To me, unnecessary flashback. This had nothing to do with... I guess a part of... It was maybe to show who he's fighting for. I don't know, but it fun. And then boom, here again. But then boom, there again. And like, it was so many from one to the next, and I was a little bit confused. Okay, and then that's the half point of the episode. Okay, this was great when TOGA loved seeing her fight. Loved it. Very interesting power. Totally crazy. Like, loved this. Loved it. Loved everything about this. And then the transformation. See, there's so many like little flashbacks all throughout the episode that it got a little bit disruptive. And I understand they need to show us, like, I guess, what's going on in their mind, but it just, I don't know, it felt like, because here was one just here, and here was one just here. Like, and it's so short and quick, and two different ones, like, it really, this, and then, I don't know how to explain it, but it was a little bit much. Awesome. And then, okay, like, it's like as if there were so many flashbacks and transitions, but they were all done so differently. Like, the one transitioned into the next one smoothly, then there's flashbacks done in a certain way. It just pops from one scene to the next scene, like what? Let me show you. Wait, come on, do it. Let me just get there. See, it transitions, it's the different kinds of transitions from one scene to the next, showing their thoughts in a certain scene, from remembering something that happened, and then also a few days earlier, a literal flashback to show us. No one's thinking this, but they're showing it. Sorry, I'm talking loudly, but no one's thinking it, but you understand what I'm saying? There was just too much, and it was all done so differently, like, and I just felt like, okay, I don't even know where am I anymore. But then when the transition part is done, and I feel a little bit out of it, then it takes me 5 seconds to get into it, thanks to the voice acting, the story, the characters. Then I'm immediately, and then boop, present again. What the heck? And then we're here, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just felt, but this was, anyway, it was very interesting. This guy's personality really comes through in how they set up his thoughts and stuff, and his everything about this guy. Really, they translated him well, in my opinion. And them together, great. And then once again, a few days earlier, a certain place. And then I was immediately once again, why that, it's so, but then 5 seconds later, I'm immediately intrigued by the characters and the story. So it's not at all like the story is brilliant, the characters are brilliant. It's just that for some reason the flow of the episode to me personally is disrupted by how they transition from one scene to the next, and I kept thinking about it throughout the episode. But once we get into a scene, like this scene was once again brilliant. I'm so glad that we get to see it. I'm really glad that we get to see it. It's just that I wish they had folded it into the main story in a different way, personally. This scene was, to me, once again, because I didn't think when he said him and Overhaul were talking and he was saying something about Nakama, and I was like, he doesn't see them as like, I don't think he sees them that way. He doesn't see them as his companions. He just sees them as tools. In my head, that was still what I had. That's my image of this guy. And then he took off his, and I think that was their image too. They weren't sure where they stood with him. And then he took off, he showed them his face. He spoke with them eye level, like totally vulnerable. And he said, I trust you guys. And that to me was a brilliant way. It was brilliant. And all of this, once again, interesting to see how they were kind of roped into his, I don't know what it even was, his charisma, that just sense of belonging that he showed them. This, something as simple as this, I thought this was brilliant. How they were kind of getting to him and then he snapped. And looks like the next episode is going to be a big one. And I'm really looking forward to it. If the fight, these two together, I think are brilliant. And I'm looking forward to the dynamic. I'm looking forward to Lemillion and seeing him fight. It's going to be great. It's going to be so great. Now I just wanted to, so those are my thoughts on the episode. And once again, story, great. Flow was just a little bit, okay, but I wanted to read some comments. Let's see here. Just some thoughts on what other people said, maybe. Sorry, I'm loading. I like that ending song. It's stuck in my head now. Oh God, I'm scared for the next episode. That is from AD420. G Fletcher, can't wait for next week. Reading this part in the manga made media one of my favorite characters. Next week will be fire. Is it only me, but do these episodes seem so short despite being the same length as every other anime out right now? I think that also has to do with maybe how they're setting it up, and like you don't feel like you've got a full episode's worth of something because you've got a lot of little bits of some things. So it doesn't feel like a full-length episode because they're not telling you one long thing. They're showing little bits and pieces of different things. So by the end of it, you don't feel like you've had 20 minutes of something because you've had 2 minutes of a lot of some things. I don't know. It's broken up like that. So I guess that's part of could be why you feel that way, or that person feels that way. When is the next episode and how often are they released? Once a week, yeah. New otaku. Psychotic girls are the best. You never know when they are either going to kiss you or stab you. Twice said it best. TOGA is a wife. Yeah, that was kind of their dynamic. Once again, it's so entertaining to watch. First, Fat Gum becomes hot. Second, Night Eye's body is hot. Third, Toga-chan is back. Report: a naked underage girl part-times a gang, kills a man and then becomes the man, then attempts to violate the green boy, but is bondaged by some guy in black who she also stabs and flees. Did that person just try to summarize the episode badly? Night Eye went from hello sir to your daughter calls me daddy too real quick. I didn't even know. Was he hot? Did I miss something? Jesus Christ, Toga is sexy. Me, how old is Toga Himiko? Google, 17 years old. FBI van outside your house. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I don't want to talk about fucking that stuff because like the other day I already told the story once before, but I'll tell it again quickly. I was looking at My Hero Academia shirts and on Hot Topic and on their website, I think it was Hot Topic, and then I saw this girl modeling the t-shirts and I thought she was so freaking pretty, and I remember tweeting her picture and I said, oh my god, this girl is so pretty, like wow. And then someone searched her and told me her name, and I was like, oh, I can just follow her on Instagram, she's probably a model. And she's a model, and on her Instagram she looks 13, and I felt like, what the fuck? Am I now a pedophile? I thought this girl was like really pretty, like, and now I see she's fucking 13. Oh my god. Please don't come to my house, FBI. I didn't do anything. I am innocent. But seriously, like, how are you supposed to tell these people's ages? They're anime. So I think people are like, you like toga, you like toga. As long as you don't do anything to any 17-year-olds out there dressed as toga, then you're fine, in my opinion. Okay, that's it from my side. I want to upload this video and post it. Thank you guys so much for watching with me. I'm sorry that I talk so much about the episode and the transitions. I hope people don't take offense. I'm not obviously trashing the anime or anything. It's just I felt a certain way during the episode and I wanted to understand why, and I think it's because of the transitions and they didn't do it so smoothly. I think it could have been done better. But other people might have enjoyed it a lot, you know. Other people might have thought it was brilliantly done. So that's just me. It's the same as, like, you know, some people love heavy metal music, and to me, I don't. So it's sometimes it's like art. It's subjective, you know. Some people might love, one man's trash is another person's treasure. Just because I didn't like something doesn't mean it is objectively bad. So that's not what I was trying to say. I just tried to explain why I wasn't so into this episode as I usually am, is because I felt really thrown out a lot. But within those scenes, each one, I'm so interested in, the characters are so great. I want to know more. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye.